What's up, guys? It's MB Boxing. I just finished up watching Liam Paro versus Richardson Hitchins, and this was a 12 rounder for the IBF Super Lightweight World Championship. And this fight was Saturday, December 7th, from the Colegio Roberto Clemente in San Juan, Puerto Rico. And this fight was broadcasted on DAZN. And in this fight, Richardson Hitchins was able to pick up a split decision victory over Liam Paro. It should have not been a split decision. Definitely should have been a unanimous decision, in my opinion. But just to break down my scorecard and all three judges' scorecards, I had it 116, 112 for Richardson Hitchins. I did agree with the two judges that scored it for Hitchins, also having it 116, 112. But then the third judge, Nelson Vasquez, had this fight 117, 111 for Liam Paro. That's probably the worst scorecard I've seen since when Michael Fox was robbed against Gabriel Maestre when they fought in 2021. 117, 111, Paro, what fight were you watching? But at least the right man got the decision in the end. But that scorecard's just completely insane. Maybe he meant to say 117, 111 for Hitchins because that was ridiculous. But just to break down my scorecard, I thought Paro had a good opening first round, landed multiple left hands to the head of Hitchins. Round number two, however, Hitchins I thought landed a few solid counter right hands, but then rounds 3 and 4 were rounds where it was really solid for Paro. Paro was landing some good left hands, catching Hitchins. Hitchins wasn't active at all. And after the first 4, it possibly could have been 4-0 for Paro, but Hitchins really it wasn't looking good. The odds were swinging more in favor of Paro. The live odds were he was landing big left hands. Hitchins wasn't doing enough. But then he had two kind of more quiet rounds in rounds 5 and 6. He got himself back into the fight with those rounds. Hitchins landed some sneaky right hands, but they were quiet rounds. Both of them weren't really working too much, but he snagged them. So after the first 6, I had a draw. But then, I'm just going to be honest. I know I kind of like to analyze it more in depth. But really, from rounds 7 through 11, Hitchins just controlled Paro. He just figured him out. I just don't even know how he did it kind of that quickly on the fly, or if Paro kind of gassed himself from all those left hands and all that movement early. But Hitchins had a great game plan shift in this fight. Started to land those left hands easily. Those right hands easily on Paro. He was timing him beautifully in those rounds and just looked excellent. And he took all of them on my scorecard. And it wasn't even like he was completely destroying him or anything, or like he looked extremely spectacular. It was just, I really liked how he was able to shift like that and just fix his timing. It wasn't like it was the most exciting fight at all. It really wasn't an exciting fight. But, Hitchins boxed very smart and turned the tide, and now he's a world champ. But then the 12th and final round, I did give this one to Paro because I thought Paro landed a good left to the solar plex, and I just felt that Hitchins was kind of just cruising and not really doing too much at all in that round. But in the end, still Hitchins the victor here. And this goes into question, what is next for him? I heard on DAZN they could possibly see a fight between him and Teofimo Lopez. That could be an interesting one, definitely down here at 140. Teofimo Lopez, the WBO champ. Richardson Hitchins, obviously now the IBF world champion. But, it is just really, really interesting what else could be next. If he doesn't want to fight Teofimo Lopez, or if a deal couldn't be made between them, maybe we could see him fight Jack Catterall, who is coming off a victory here recently, and he's ranked number 3 by the IBF. We also saw Arnold Barbosa Jr. defeat Jose Ramirez just a few weeks ago. He's ranked number 4. Matias, who Paro beat, is ranked number 5. But there's just a lot of guys on this list. Even we see like Dalton Smith, he's ranked number 8. Alex Rodriguez, number 7. These guys are definitely options for Richardson Hitchins for his first possible title defense, or we could definitely see, like I said, that big unification with Teofimo Lopez, which would be huge on DAZN. But as for Liam Paro, I think he's going to go back to Australia for his next fight, most likely. If not, he'll fight in another pretty solid DAZN card. But I mean, I could definitely see him just main eventing in a comeback fight in Australia, and I wouldn't mind it being a pretty big one. Like obviously they were talking about him possibly fighting George Kambosos Jr., but like still, I wouldn't mind seeing that fight. That's a good domestic clash, in my opinion. And yeah, I just wouldn't mind still seeing Paro against some other top guys, whether it be someone moving up from 135 or just some other good guys at 140. So overall, Richardson Hitchins battles back from being down early and ultimately pulls through with a split decision victory, although it should have been a unanimous decision victory to become the IBF super lightweight champion of the world. And yeah, that's really it. I'm MB Boxing. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys later.